have with us Sara and Mohammed. Please let me make questions to the students, and let me start with Sara, if I may. So not that very long time ago, maybe you were in the same situation. You were looking all over the master programs available. Could you tell a little bit about this selection process, and how did it happen that in the end you selected this program and our university, the Eötvös Loránd University?
Yeah, well, I'm studying at Eötvös Loránd thanks to the Stipendium Hungaricum scholarship program. And the reason why I chose cartography at Eötvös is because previously I have had experiences with geographical information software and how to create maps, but in a more technical way. And I saw that in this master, they focus also about the history behind all the methodologies and all the methods created to the geovisualization that I was using. So I was very interested in it, as well as the new subjects that they introduced to me as programming skills, which I did not have. So yes, one of the things it made me realize that I could be good at it. And also, I think Eötvös Loránd is a very good university here in Hungary. So, yeah.
Thank you very much. Mohammed, how was it? How was your selection process running?
Well, it was, I would say, smooth, because at first I had a few difficulties because I was doing another internship in some other place. And then there was the exam process that Professor Zentai talked about, and I didn't have time for that, and they were super nice to allow me an extra 2 days for that. So I was like, okay, this is a human-sized department. These people care about like other circumstances. So and actually I was doing an internship in the mining university of Krakow in Poland, and when I mentioned the ELTE University, one of my supervisors there gave me a brochure for all the Hungarian natural reserves, and he was like, just go. This is like an interesting opportunity. So that really pushed me to, and like I did my own research, but that actually topped it off with like, yes, this will be a great opportunity. And then I found welcoming staff, actually, like even in the selection process. So I felt a bit like there and at home.
Thank you very much. And Sara, what is it like to study at ELTE? What is it to be a student? What did the program match your expectations, or could you please tell about this? How do you like the program, or how do you like the surrounding?
Yeah, well, I think the university is very nice. The campus itself is very beautiful, and the laboratories, I think they are well equipped to all the necessities students have. The program itself, it fulfills my expectations, because I read the curriculum of the master degree before. So yes, I think I'm okay with the program for the moment. Yes.
Thank you very much. Mohammed?
Yeah, well, it's a similar experience. At first, it was a bit confusing because I am not used to selecting my own subjects around the curriculum, and I'm not used to fulfilling a certain credit number. But then once I got all that administrative part going on, it's become a lot more easier. Again, we had some very inspiring teachers, I would say, because there's a certain thing that needs to be conveyed in a lesson other than just the information. And I felt some passion from many of the teachers from topics as Sarah mentioned, historical cartography, how to make maps, what makes maps user-friendly. And it's all that those aspects that you wouldn't notice before getting into this master program, and it's a thought-changing process, and that I'm really happy about. Yeah.
Sara, would you like to add something here?
Yeah, no, I think they tell everything. I also felt very welcoming by the staff. They are very friendly towards international people, and they really make us feel at home. So I'm very thankful for it.
Thank you very much for the nice words. And then, last but not least, I have a question for this little unpleasant situation, this COVID situation that we are going through. How was it? How was it for you? How was it for as a student? How did it affected your studies? Sara, could you please start answering?
Yeah, well, I think it was a challenging situation for everybody because no one was prepared for it. So the professors and the students were all a bit shocked on how to proceed with the education in that situation. But at the end, we could follow through. So it was okay. It's a bit hard, especially because you need to have more auto-discipline, you know, because you are in the comfortable place in your home and you need to be on time on classes and really concentrate on it. So it's quite challenging, but I think if you are really interested in where you're learning, I think it's okay.
Thank you very much. Mohammed?
Well, yeah, it was a bit confusing at first. And now I was looking at the presentations with the ECAL logo and everybody together. I kind of had a few thoughts about how it was before. It definitely was better, but and academically speaking, it's not worse for after the pandemic because we were able to follow up with classes. All the teachers were pretty much understanding of the new situation. The assignments kind of changed, and the exams changed, and we had a different way of communication, but the communication was still there. So I felt a bit strange at first. I mean, who didn't? But it was a smooth way going back to like the main objective of just learning and growing into this. So it was weird at first, and the transition was carried out like nicely, I would say. So we are satisfied with what's happening now.
Thank you very much. And really, just one last question came up my mind. Would you be making a PhD program later on, a doctoral program, or would you be going to the labor market more? If it's just a quick question without any further. Sara?
Yeah. Okay. So at first I was reluctant to do a PhD program. Now I have another thought about it because as I am writing right now my thesis work, I really like what I'm investigating in my project. So I thought it would be a good idea to do a PhD program. But I also want to have more practical experience. So going into the work market, the job market, it would be, I would say, very useful for me.
Thank you very much.
Well, okay, for me, I would go with a PhD program if I find to continue the work that I'm doing now. But I have a previous engineering degree, so I'm more into practical stuff. And as I'm writing my thesis now, actually having the opposite of what Sarah's thinking, I'm thinking to integrate the job market, let's say. But I'm pretty confident about the outcomes of this because I have saw that the previous graduates, for example, from the master's degree, had a lot of PhD opportunities either in ELTE or other places, and even the job market. I know some graduates who have successfully integrated the job market. So either ways, I'm pretty optimistic about the outcome. I'm just doing it step by step, finishing the program, and then figuring out what's going to happen.
Of course, of course. Is there anything else that you would share with us? Maybe let's start with Mohammed now.
There are small anecdotes that I had. For example, when I introduced myself as a cartography student, everybody is like, "But didn't we explore everywhere on Earth? Like, what do you make maps of?" And I had to re-explain what cartography is, the visualization process, the data processing, and everything like that. So it makes a good conversation starter for people who are interested, of course. And there are like some people who explain that, but we have maps for everywhere now, like Google Maps and a lot of services. So and then you have to also re-explain the user experience, adding the geoinformatic part. So it's a really broad and multidisciplinary field, and this is exactly why I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Sara?
Yeah, I would like to add that being here in this country, which is totally different from my country with a different culture, has really made me grow not only in a professional level because I am doing an academic progress, but also in my personal growth. I think it has opened my eyes to a lot of things, new ways of life, new ways of thinking, different cultures, religions, and to have that kind of adaptability, I think is very useful for everyone in their careers or in their general lives. And also, Hungarian people are actually very kind when you get to meet them. So I would say it's a huge opportunity to study here. Yes.